my name's Andy Hillier, and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the awesome new track by Måneskin called La Fin. It's a cool song. The guitar parts are all awesome. I've worked the whole song out, so I'm going to teach you the whole song. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications, and I'd love to hear from you. So please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the new song. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, so the intro sounds like this. So to play that, we're going to start E5. I'm using my first finger and play that once. And then D7. You could either use your third finger or your little finger, and you're going to play it twice. And I'm going to do a down up on it. So down up stroke. So you go. And it does that twice. So you get. A bit faster. Up speed. And then the tricky bit we get. So that's a hammer on from E5, hammer on to E6, and pull off to E5 really quickly. And then there's an E6 just pulling off to E5 again quickly. So you go more slowly, up speed, and then an E3 on the end. So you get. Okay, so if we put the whole bar together slowly, you get. Bit faster. Bit faster. Up speed. Okay, so that's that bar repeats loads of times through the whole song. So you've got to get that bar nailed. And it does it 3 times in the introduction. So you go. And then bar 2, you get, which is E5, D7 twice, E5, D7 twice, just like the first bar. So you get. But then we get this little run, which is E8 and D10 at the same time. If you struggle to get both of those notes, you could just play the E8. And you're going to hit it twice. Then move down a fret to fret 7 on the E string and 9 on the D string and play that twice. Then move down one more fret to E6 and D8. And then one more fret down and play E5 and D7 twice. So you get. If you struggle to do the octaves, you could just go. That'll sound cool as well. So bar 2 slowly. Up speed. So the whole of the introduction goes. On to the next line. Now this is the verse of the song. Now it's quite squished together, but we've already kind of learnt it. So bar 1 of that line, so it's actually bar 3, is exactly the same as what we played in bar 1 doing the. Okay, so that repeats 4 times. And then the next bar, which is labelled as bar 4, is the same thing, but you move down a string. So you got. So exactly the same thing, but you're all down a string. So A5, then G7 twice, A5, G7 twice. That little fast hammer on going A5, A6, A back to A5, then A6 pulling off to A5, then A3. So it's exactly the same. The next bar's slightly different. It starts the same, but it plays a little line on the end. It plays A3, A2, A1, E3. So bar 5 slowly goes. Up speed. So bars 4 and 5 together go. And that goes straight back into bar 6, which is the same as the bar 3, the first line that we've done before, and plays that twice. So that bar twice. So bar 3 goes times 4 times. You play bar 3 4 times, and then play bar 4 and 5, and then play bar 6 twice, and then that whole line repeats exactly the same. Let's just try playing it through one time. So it should sound like this. Okay, so then that whole line repeats. You play that line twice for the verse. And then we get a chorus which sounds like this. So to play that, E10, and you play it 3 times, going da, da, da. I'm going down, up, down. And then go to G10, and you're going to go, which is playing it 5 times, and I go down, up, down, up. So you got. Now the next bar is the same, but the rhythm on the 10s is slightly different. You play an extra one that goes. So the 10's on the G string, so it starts the same. So bars 7 and 8 together go. So it's just slightly different rhythm, but he always does play the same rhythm. And then bar 9 starts the same, E10 3 times. And then the rhythm on this is slightly different. We go, which is G10, down, up, and then slide off that last one. And then this bar 10, you get which is E4, E3, E2, E1, 2 E's, then E1, but the rhythm goes. So. Okay, so let's put the whole of that chorus together. Here we go. And that line repeats, so you play that twice. And then it goes on to the next line, which is like a little interlude before it goes on to the next verse. And it sounds like this. So to play that, E5, D7 twice, E5, D7 twice, then E8 twice, E7 twice, a little trill hammer on going from E6, hammer on to E7, back to E6, and then play E3. So slowly, bar 11 goes. Bit faster. Up speed. And it just does it that twice, so those 2 bars, bars 11 and 12 are the same. So you go. Then that goes back to the verse, plays the verse exactly the same, including the repeat, and then it goes to the chorus, again exactly the same. And then we get a middle 8, and the first line of it sounds like this. So to play that, A5, A7, A8, A7, and A7 again. So it goes. So that's pretty straightforward, and that repeats 3 times. Then we get this little line that goes, which is a little slide from G8 to G9. Then you're going to play 9 and B10 at the same time. So you get, and then a slide from G5 to G7, and then play E7 and B8 twice. So you get. Okay, so the first bar of that line repeats 3 times, and then you play bar 14. So you've got. And then that whole line repeats, so you play that line twice. And then the next line of the middle 8 goes. So to play that, G10, and then D12, and it does that 3 times, go. So da-da, 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 and then plays D10, D11, then D12. So you got, or slowly. It does that 3 times, and then you carry on into bar 16 that goes, which is A12, then G14 and B14 at the same time. Then a little slide from A8 to A10, and then play G12 and B12 at the same time twice. So you got. So hopefully that line makes sense. You play bar 15 3 times, and then you play bar 16, and then the whole of that line also repeats. So one time through it goes. And then the next line is like a chorus, same as the chorus that we've done before. The only difference is the last bar is like the last bar that we did on the previous line. So it should hopefully make sense. So the first 3 bars are the same as the first 3 bars of the first choruses, but the last bar is like the last bar of the middle 8 part. So you get this. Okay, and that line repeats. It then goes to the outro, and the first line of it sounds like this. So to play that E10 3 times, then you're going to go, which is D12 4 times, and then G10 once. So you got bar 21. Bar 22 starts the same with the 3 E10s, then goes, which is a slide down into A10, probably from 12, and then A8, and then E10. So and then bar 23 is the same as 21. And then bar 24, got this cool lick that goes. So you play E10 twice, then B13, bend up a tone, then play E10, B13, G10, and then D12. So you got. So bar 24 slowly. Okay, so the whole of that line you got. On to the next line of the outro, and it's exactly the same for the first 3 bars, but the last bar is the same as what we put on the end of the middle 8 and the end of that 3rd chorus. It's going. So it's just a slight change on the end, so hopefully that makes sense. So the whole of that line goes. And then the next line, we've got this sort of lead guitar part with, it sounds like it's got a low octave Octavia pedal on it. like a fuzz pedal, and it goes like this. So you play in bar 29, B10, B13, E10. So you got then 2 E10s, and then E13, and you're just going to bend it a bit out of tune. So you got the next line goes, which is playing E15, E13, B15, B13, G10, and then D12. Okay, so the first 2 bars go 1, 2. Bar 31 is the same as 29. And then the last bar of the line goes, which is E17, E15, E13, B15, E13, B15. So the whole line goes 1, 2. And then the last line, the first 3 bars are exactly the same as what we've just played. And then the last bar goes, which is B and G14 twice, and then E15, E13, B15, E13 twice, and then B15 to finish. So you got, and that's the end of the song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. It's been a bit of a mammoth one. Well done if you got all the way through that. If you have enjoyed it and found it useful, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it does help me out. Give me a like on the video, press the notifications, and I love to hear from you. I read every single comment, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the song. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know where in the world you're from, and more importantly, let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, keep me doing it, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then you can support me on Patreon. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.